YAHYL. Yahweh is our strength. The word of Yahweh that came to YAHYL, son of Pethuel. Hear this, old men, listen, all inhabitants of the land. Has this come to pass in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Tell your children of it, and your children, their children, and their children, another generation. That which the palmerworm has left, the locust has eaten. That which the locust has left, the cankerworm has eaten. And that which the cankerworm has left, the caterpillar has eaten. Awake, drunkards, and weep. Wail, all drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. For a nation has come up upon my land, strong and without number. His teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he has the cheek teeth of a great lion. He has laid my vine waste, and barked my fig tree. He has stripped it bare and cast it away, its branches are made white. Lament like a virgin clothed with sackcloth for the husband of her youth. The grain offering and the drink offering is cut off from the house of Yahweh. The priests, Yahweh's ministers, mourn. The field is desolated, the land mourns, for the grain is destroyed. The new wine has dried up, the oil fails. Be ashamed, O husbandmen. Wail, O vine dressers, for the wheat and the barley, because the harvest of the field has perished. The vine has dried up, and the fig tree has withered, the pomegranate tree, the palm tree also, and the apple tree. All the trees of the field are withered. Surely joy has withered away from the sons of men. Gird yourselves and lament, you priests. Wail, you ministers of the altar. Come lie all night in sackcloth, you ministers of my Father. For the grain offering and the drink offering are withheld from the house of your Father. Sanctify a fast, call a sacred gathering. Summon the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of Yahweh, your Father, and cry unto Yahweh. Alas for the day of Yahweh is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty it will come. Is not the food cut off before our very eyes? Yes, joy and gladness from the house of our Father. The seed is rotten under their clods, the storehouses are laid desolate, the barns are broken down, for the grain has withered. How the beasts groan, the herds of cattle are perplexed, for they have no pasture. Yes, the flocks of sheep are desolated. O Yahweh, to you will I cry, for the fire has devoured the pastures of the wilderness, and the flame has burned all the trees of the field. The beasts of the field also cry to you, for the rivers of waters are dried up, and the fire has devoured the pastures of the wilderness. The book of YAHYL, chapter 2. Blow the trumpet, shofar in Zion. Sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of Yahweh comes, for it is near at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, like the morning clouds spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong. There has not ever been the like, nor will there be any more after it for the years of many generations. A fire devours in front of them, and behind them a flame burns. The land is like the Garden of Eden in front of them, but behind them a desolate wilderness. Yes, and nothing will escape them. Their appearance is like the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so will they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains will they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble, like a strong people set in battle formation. Before them the peoples are in anguish, all faces become pale. They will run like mighty men, they will climb the wall like warriors, they will each march on his course, and they will not break their ranks. They will not push another, each one marches straight ahead. They plunge through defenses, and their ranks do not falter. They will run to and fro in the city. They will break down the wall. They will climb up into the houses. They enter at the windows like a thief. The earth will quake before them. The heavens will tremble. The sun and the moon will be dark, and the stars will withdraw their shining. And Yahweh will utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong who executes his word, the law and the prophets. For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible. Who can endure it? Even now, says Yahweh, turn to me with all your hearts, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning. So tear your hearts and not your garments, and turn to Yahweh your Father. For he is compassionate and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness. And he relents from sending calamity. Who knows if he may turn and relent, and leave a blessing behind him, a grain offering and a drink offering for Yahweh, your Father. Blow the trumpet shofar in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a sacred gathering. Summon the people, sanctify the congregation, bring the elders, gather the children with those who suck the breasts. Let the bridegroom go out of his room and the bride out of her closet. Let the priests, the ministers of Yahweh, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare your people, O Yahweh. Do not give your inheritance to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Why should they say among the peoples, where is their mighty one? Then Yahweh will be jealous for his land and pity his people. Yes, Yahweh will answer and say to his people, behold, I will send you grain, wine, and oil, and you will be satisfied with them. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, and his face toward the eastern sea. With his face toward the eastern sea, and his back toward the western sea. His stench will come up, and his smell will rise, because he has done monstrous things. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for Yahweh will do great things. Do not be afraid, O beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness flourish, for the tree bears her fruits, the fig tree and the vine yield their increase. Be glad then, you children of Zion, and rejoice in Yahweh your Father, for he has given you the teacher of righteousness. He will cause the rain to come down for you, the former rain in the autumn, and the latter rain in the first moon. The threshing floors will be full of wheat, and the vats will overflow with new wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army, which I sent among you. And you will eat in plenty, be satisfied, and praise the name of Yahweh your Father, who has dealt wondrously with you. And my people will never be ashamed. And you will know that I am in the midst of Israel, that I am Yahweh your Father, and that there is no other. Then my people will never be ashamed. And it will come to pass afterward, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. The sun will be turned into darkness and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of Yahweh comes. And whoever will call with the name of Yahweh will be delivered. For in Mount Zion and Jerusalem there will be deliverance, as Yahweh has said, among the remnant who has escaped of those whom Yahweh has called. The book of YAHYL, chapter 3. For behold, in those days and at that time, when I bring back the captives of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Yahashaphat, judgment of Yahweh, and will enter into judgment against them there for my people, Israel, my inheritance, whom they have scattered among the nations, and have also parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, giving a boy in exchange for a prostitute, and selling a girl for wine that they might drink. Yes, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon, with all the coasts of Phoenicia? Are you repaying me for something I have done? If you are repaying me, I will swiftly and speedily return repayments upon your own head, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried my prized possessions into your pagan temples. Also the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem you sold to the Greeks, the Hellenistic culture, that you might remove them far from their territory. Behold, I will raise them out of the place to which you have sold them, and will return your repayments upon your own heads. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they will sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off. For Yahweh has spoken. Proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the warriors draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen. Gather together all around there. Cause your mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahashaphat, for there I will sit to judge the heathen all around. Put in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, all get down, for the press is full, the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon will be darkened, and the stars will withdraw their shining. Yahweh also will roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. The heavens and the earth will shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So will you know that I am Yahweh your Father, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then Jerusalem will be holy, and there no strangers will ever pass through her again. And in that day the mountains will drop down new wine, and the hills will flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah will flow with waters, and a fountain will come out of the house of Yahweh, and will water the valley of Shittim acacias. Egypt will be a desolation, and Edom a desolate wilderness, because of violence against the children of Judah, for they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah will be inhabited forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood guilt which I have not cleansed, for Yahweh lives in Zion.